Hello students, welcome back to the sessions on understanding the impact of HIR 2023 with respect to Prelims 2023. So far, we had seen that how many questions have been asked from PYQ analysis sessions of HIR 2023 as well as the notes of HIR 2023. And in that context, we had seen the subjects like polity, economy, geography, environment, and SNT. And we are left with one last kind of understanding, that is with respect to what was the impact with respect to the subject called history, and whatever I'm showing you is a sample size of the number of questions that were asked. And when you look at the history, right, when you look at history, we see that most of the people are scared about history in the context of the factual base of the subject. And when we look at the factual base of the subject, we will be covering the exam oriented facts in every topic. Because when we look at history, we see that from certain sections of history, we always see one question coming up. That might be in the context of Charter Acts. That might be in the context of Vijayanagara. That might be in the context of British administration. That might be in the context of the medieval history, that is especially it might be Mughals or Delhi Sultanates. So in that context, what we observe, we identify the exam-oriented topics. And on that basis, we will fundamentally consolidate the content and we keep revising. And that revision knowledge is fundamentally tested through tests, which is a practice component of HIR sessions. And when we look at this history, one question is, which of the following acts the Governor General of Bengal designated as the Governor General of India? And in this, again, that is 4 options were given, and we see a direct statement was given, the Governor General to Governor General of India in bracket William Bentinck. That means from that we would be able to answer, that is with respect to Charter Act 1833. Then moving forward, we see that again one question was there on stupa, that we see the concept of stupa is Buddhist in origin. Stupa was generally a repository of relics. Stupa was a votive and commemorative structure in Buddhist tradition. And in this context, again, we see we had a list of stupas that were fundamentally present. And from this list of stupas, we see stupas, we say, have an orientation, and we have an opening statement called relics of Buddha. And we know that when we know that it is relics of Buddha, it fundamentally has a relation with Buddhism. And we also know it is with respect to Buddhist tradition, that is votive and commemorative structures. So in that context, you would be able to answer this question just by this particular statement and this particular table. And moving forward, again, that is with respect to a question on Jainism. When you look at this particular question on Jainism, that is, they are talking about souls are not only the property of animal. This question was covered in 2-3 dimensions. We had covered this particular question in 2012 previous year question analysis, and not only 2012 previous year question analysis, and we had also seen a similar kind of statement being present, that it is believed the entire world was animated and also birth rebirth cycle is shaped through karma under Jainism. And we had a opening comment talking about Jainism, and that is fundamentally the nature that we can see in this particular question. And moving forward, again there was one question with respect to the caves. And when we look at this, it is talking about Besangar, Baja and Sitanvasal. When we look at this particular question, I had covered this particular question in HIR sessions 2023 in 2-3 dimensions. One dimension was PYQ analysis. 2 dimensions, second dimension was in the current affairs dimension. And the third dimension with respect to the static portion or the knowledge component of HIR notes 2023. And when we look at this, it is with respect, one is with respect to Besangar, one is with respect to Baja, the other one is with respect to Sitanvasal. And when we look at this, Jaina caves, Sitanvasal caves of Tamil Nadu. And when we look at Besangar inscription, that is Vasudeva, devotee of Krishna. But they are talking about Shaivate cave shrine. And we see that under Shatavahanas I had dictated about Baja caves. So that fundamentally indicates what? That we were able to arrive at the facts which are given in the examination through our exam oriented facts, exam important facts with respect to our HR notes of 2023. Then a similar kind that we see in the context of Devi Chandragupta, right? So that is all in the context of history. That was fundamentally a sample size which was shown. And when we observe, these particular sessions are fundamentally being conducted to show that HIR sessions, that is high impact revision sessions, which are conducted at R.C.Reddy Hyderabad, are fundamentally going to take you closer to the examination, closer to qualify the prelims examination. And you have to always remember that prelims is not only knowledge, it is knowledge plus component. We need to extrapolate our knowledge to the understanding, to the context of the question, and also we should be able to convert the knowledge that we have learned in the knowledge component. And all of these dimensions of the prelims will definitely be covered in the context of HAR sessions 2024, which are starting, that is HAR sessions 2024 for prelims 2024, which are starting on 26th November. And here, one thing that I would like to tell you, that the purpose of knowing the impact of HAR sessions 2023 is fundamentally to understand and to keep us motivated and to keep you motivated with respect to that prelims is a doable stage of this examination. Because most of you believe that prelims is something which is impossible, prelims is something which is unpredictable. But fundamentally, we have to remember that when you have the exam oriented content, when you have the exam oriented or the MCQ solving techniques, prelims as an examination, as a stage of civil services examination is very much doable. Thank you. Hope to see all of you in the sessions of HAR 2024, which are starting on 26th November. Thank you.